I'm just going to tell you, we want to be with y'all for real. So I took my helmet off and laid the batons down. I want to make this a parade, not a protest. Come on. That's it. You got little ones here, you got dogs, so what's up? So listen, I'm just telling you, these cops love you. That cop over there hugs people, so you tell us what you need to do.
Walk with us! 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 Walk with us!
Let's walk with us! Let's walk with us! Where do you want to walk? We'll walk all night. Tonight's a great night for a walk.
Minnesota if we have to.
Can we?
Is that not absolute leadership in action? The only means to fix this situation, folks, is to recreate and step into a new life, a new frame of mind, a new level of direct action, which is peaceful civil disobedience, that we should be able to peaceably assemble, that we should be able to hear our voices and spread love and positivity. And as you do so, you will be surrounded by those who agree. And so that gentleman saying, then let's walk, is absolutely powerful. And it's the absolute action needed to show real leadership. Real leadership when you guard an officer who's been separated from the rest of their unit. Or you guard a building from being looted because you know looting is not the answer to the issue, and it's only making the issue look worse. And they do that at their own peril. But the folks, here's the thing, it's simply put, folks. In 2016, we had an election that was, there was a lot of psyops going on and a lot of division. But what wasn't being divided was that the optimists, those of us of faith who believe in creation, and as creators, we endeavor to make a better world for all, they didn't change their mind. And what was presented to them was a transfer of power that was not any transfer of power that we've ever seen. We witnessed media who pushed propaganda hoaxes, and let's go right down the list again. When Russiagate ended, they brought in Mueller, and as soon as Mueller fizzled out, they brought in impeachment, and as soon as impeachment fizzled out, they brought in COVID, and as soon as COVID fizzles out, here are these riots, which were obviously put together. There is obvious organization going on. And again, if you are there to peacefully assemble and actually be a protester, not a looter, an arsonist, or in this case in Dallas, this poor gentleman who was seemingly almost murdered by 25 people in a mob. But that's the kind of person who for the last 4 years, a pessimist, a destroyer, maybe someone who's not as strong in his faith as maybe you and I, okay, chose to go out in and amongst peaceful protesters, and whether they were paid or not, created havoc and broke stuff and were vandals. But the folks, there are no martyrs in our history who were vandals. The martyrs in our history were people that were steadfast in their faith, steadfast in their liberty, and laid down their very life for the right. See what's happening, folks? Again, it's a simple divide. The optimists, those of faith for the last 4 years, watch a system lie and then double down upon lie and then double down upon lie and then double down upon lie. And the same media who propped up Antifa, who propped up these ISIS adjacent groups, now when it's knowingly they're there and they're saying they're there, hey, we're here and we're doing this. You are, seems to us, according to CNN, MSNBC, and every single blue check that is pushed every other lie, folks. That's the easiest thing about this. Connect all the dots, and the people still hard in the tank in this have been in the tank from the whole beginning. Whether you're a blue check person who's offering to pay to get people out of jail, okay? If you are sponsoring domestic terrorism, folks, that is what this is. Again, your freedom to be a protester and to use your voice and use peace to change the world is our very right and our duty, but we should also be stopping immediately the people who are working against that very narrative by destroying buildings, destroying property. You don't understand, the folks, that how much license, and it doesn't matter. Oh, you think you parked a mile away and changed your license plate and you're safe? You don't think they're doing license plate scanners 5 miles out, 10 miles out, 20 miles out, facial recognition through your dumb fucking mask that doesn't work anyways. And they have all of the data. Did you bring your phone like a real snitch to the rally? Yeah, you did. Well, they have all that data too, and it's all being siphoned, and now you're all connected. You think contact tracing is bad for this COVID virus? What do you think contact tracing is if you are found to be on the street where somebody was murdered and you had nothing to do with it? Who's going to protect you? The media that propped up Antifa as a pro left-wing group, and then all of a sudden, when it's knowingly here is the direct action that Antifa is laying claim to, the media says what? Oh no, folks, it's white nationalists. It's Trump supporters. And everybody, I love the people that they don't think tactically when they type things on, like, oh, it's MAGA night. It's MAGA. What do you think the intercepted comms would be from the NSA, the FBI, and the Department of Justice, who are monitoring the domestic and foreign terror sources in this country? That the phrase MAGA night might have been in those comms, showing up with a Make America Great Again or a Keep America Great hat and causing damage so the media can then pin that on Trump supporters? You don't think that was not known and game for in advance? We have technologies beyond your ability to comprehend, ladies and gentlemen, and they are being used. The insurrection is being squashed. It is being done in the dead of night by professionals. God bless America. Stay positive. Be a creator here to create peace and sustain peace. And immediately squash all ideas of violence, because if they let us go to avenge this, it's going to be bloody.